Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we have traveled up to Michigan International Speedway for the Michigan 80. This is going to be race number 14 in the More Freedom series, Season 3. And as we close in on the halfway point of Season 3, let's go through your points real fast. Your points leader is still going to be the 329 of Heck of a Duber. Second place will be the 69 of Arco Creates. Third place will be the 38 of Baseman. Fourth will be the 300 of Resemble. Fifth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Sixth will be the 06 of Ice Cream Some Days. Seventh will be the 80 of Hog Eric. Eighth will be the number 96 of Nico 2588. Ninth will be the 00 of Mudbone, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. That's your points right now, but let's go through those team points. MBR is still going to be leading the way after the last three wins in a row here in the More Freedom series. KFB Racing second, Douche Motorsports third. Fourth will be Aces to Zed Motorsports, and rounding out the top 5 will be Dump and Roll Racing. Dodge will be leading the chassis standings after all those, again, after 3 wins in a row by MBR. Chevy will be second. Third will be Toyota. Fourth will be Ford, and rounding out the field will be and fifth will be Pontiac. So there's no number associated with Pontiac. They're just fifth. So, but there's only 2 drivers that drive for Pontiac, and that's for Amish Buggy Racing. So they're sticking with Pontiac this year. They may be switching next year, but we'll find out. That's still, a few races away. So I think these cars are about ready to be dialed in, and these stands are already packed for this Michigan 80. They're looking forward to this race as much as I am, and I think it's time, so let's go racing. Let's go through your starting top 10 for this Michigan 80. Starting on the pole will be the number 29 of Wishbone Attack. And on his outside, the 660 of Garrett Miller. Starting third will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games, and on her outside, the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. Starting fifth will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts, and on her outside, the 13 of King of the Aces. Starting seventh will be the 33 of Harvey Jones, and on his outside, the 96 of Nico 2588. Starting ninth will be the 20 of Adam B5000, and rounding out your top 10 will be that 300 of Resemble. So, MBR, 3 wins in a row here in the More Freedom series. Trying to make it number 4 with the 29 of Wishbone Attack starting on the pole today. And they also have the 96 of Nico. He's going to be starting 8th today. And we're going to see if they can pull off 4 in a row, or if there's somebody in this field that's going to be playing spoilers, as we have 40 laps here today at Michigan, and anybody's race. Cautions may play a part, and also the notorious pit stops will definitely be playing a part here at Michigan. We're going to see how the drivers do getting into these pits. They're going to be traveling at very high speeds, but that 29 of Wishbone Attack is bringing us down to this green flag here at Michigan with that 660 of Garrett Miller on his outside and the 3 of Geek Girl Games on it behind him. And we are underway. Down into turn 1 they go. That 29 of Wishbone Attack currently out in front, with the 3 of Geek Girl Games right behind him. That 33 of Harvey Jones making a 3 wide right now with the 420 of Queen of Hearts and that 660 of Garrett Miller. They're winding these cars up. We're going to hit upwards of 200 miles an hour here at Michigan, as the 3 of Geek Girl Games is right there almost on the back bumper of that 29 of Wishbone Attack as he brings it down to the stripe. He is going to lead lap number 1 here at Michigan for MBR. Let's bring up your timing and scoring. As always, top 10 will be on your left. Favorite drivers scrolling across the top, as that number 3 of Geek Girl Games itching. This is G3's home track right now, so I believe this is going to be the home track for several drivers. The 3 of Geek Girl Games and the 143 of Mom Games Hard, as well as the 23 of Fuller Than You. We'll keep an eye on those drivers, as MGH and Fuller are currently 33rd and 36th respectively. But again, this is a high-speed track. There's going to be cautions, maybe. There's going to be pit stops for sure. So Last week's winner, that 88 of NM, he started 30th and worked his way up to the front. Cautions, pit stops, all those things play a part. We're going to see how Wishbone Attack and that MBR team does with him in the pit stops today, but let's jump back through this field and see what's going on as the 420 at Queen of Hearts underneath that 96, or I'm sorry, the 300 of Resemble as the 96 of Nico getting contention by his teammate, the 25 of JTM, and here comes two-time winner on the season, the 49 of Jetman. He's on the outside right now behind that 96 of Nico. Good double wide action battle right now on the track as great draft by the 49, the 96, and the 300 getting around that 420 of Queen of Hearts. Nico and the 300 of Resemble dropping down to the inside in front of that 420. Here comes that 49 of Jetman. And an Aces to Zed Motorsports teammate, that 11 of TC Roberts, as we got very close action between the 34 of Super Snake and that 25 of JTM. So Aces to Zed right now, after having a terrible, terrible week last week, they got the 420 and the 11 right now. This is for the 10th position, as the 13 of King of the Aces currently running 5th. So the 25 of JTM dropping a few positions right there, falling into the clutches of the 619, a big slick, balls deep. Balls deep, as you'll remember, finished second last week with a very, very close second last week. Last lap passed by that 88 of NM, put him into the second position, but he is trying to work underneath that 72 of Duchess. High line really working right now here at Michigan. We'll see if the low line comes into it again like it did last week at Kentucky. As the 123 of Roy Chow right there on the bumper of that 619, a big slick. As we got three wide up in front of these guys, in front of these drivers with the 34, the 25, and the 11. The 51 of AJM deciding, thinking about where he wants to go right now. Is he going to go with his teammate? He comes up for the block on that 72 of Duchess into the turn. Single file line right now. We'll check back up here on your leaders as it is a huge single file line as we have caution on the track. Caution on the track here on lap number 7. With your leader still the 29 of Wishbone Attack. As you can see, we definitely have several cars sliding everywhere. Skid marks all over this track everywhere. So we're going to catch up with what happened on that caution in just a minute, as we're going to watch pit stops here on lap number 7. Having led all the laps so far is at 29 of Wishbone Attack. We're going to see if MBR can get him in and out of the pits in good time, as well as at 3 of Geek Girl Games, as she's running second right now. Again, her home track, and I know she is I'm sure she has lots of fans here in the stands. It looks like one of the people involved in that caution is going to be the 329 of Heck of a Duber, the 777 of Seabass. So your points leader involved in an early caution. We're going to see how that affects his standings, as it was very close. He was actually up 104 points over the second place, as two right side tires going on for that 29 of Wishbone Attack. Fuel going in. We're going to see if they go left side, and they are. 4 tire stop today for that 29 of Wishbone Attack here on starting lap number 8. He is down and away. The 660 of Garrett Miller still in his pits. Garrett is down and away, coming out in front of that 420 at Queen of Hearts. So lead him out of the pits is going to be the 29 of Wishbone Attack, the 3 of Geek Girl Games, and the 1 of Jamal Jackson. As Wishbone Attack gets that car wound up, trying to catch up to that pace car. Not sure what G3 is thinking that she's doing. She is wanting to lead, but I don't believe she is the leader right now. We'll find out. Maybe she is. Maybe she beat the 29 out of the pits. But we'll catch up to that. We will go and see what happened on that caution. So the 329 of Heck of a Duber is going to be a victim of unfortunate circumstance, as the 777 of Seabass, the 40 of Veteran Chaos, and the 80 of Hog Eric are going to get into an incident right here. Let's go through this. Looks like the 777 and the 80 get into it. Hit the 33 of Harvey Jones, get the 88 of NM. The 329 gets nailed by the 95 of Zed Bruno. The 999 of Deviant involved. Eric goes sliding down the track on his door as Duber gets nailed by the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. So that's going to tow him back to the pits, but let's go back to live action real fast. With 1 lap to go here at Michigan until green. Your leader on the track right now is going to be that 29 of Wishbone Attack. Second will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Third will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Fourth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Fifth will be the 300 of Resemble. Sixth will be the 49 of Jetman. Seventh will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Eighth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Ninth will be the 51 of AJM. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Out of the race as a result of that accident will be the 777 of Seabass, the 329 of Heck of a Duber, the 88 of NM. So no two wins in a row for that 88 today, as he's going to be out of this race from being involved in that accident. And also out of the race will be the 95 of Zed Brunna. Also involved in that accident earlier was the 999 of Deviant, the 33 of Harvey Jones, and the 80 of Hog Eric, and as well as the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. All those drivers currently still running on the lead lap. We're going to see if that damage affects their car, but we're getting ready to go back to green here on lap number 10 with the 29 of Wishbone Attack leading the way. Coming down to the stripe, Wishbone Attack getting that car fired up, and we are back on the green here at Michigan. Down into turn 1, the 13 of King of the Aces low underneath that 3 of Geek Girl Games. As he is powering that Aces to Zed Motorsports Corona Toyota. I almost called it a Dodge. It's the Corona Toyota for Aces to Zed Motorsports. Powering that down into turn 3 and 4. As Wishbone Attack again is still your leader here at Michigan. The 3 of Geek Girl Games trying to get down to the inside of that 13 of King of the Aces. We have lots of action behind them right now as the 49 of Jetman, looking for win number 3 on the year, is working his way into the top 10. Still under green as the 3 of Geek Girl Games super slow right now out of the turn as we have a massive accident in the back of the pack. Massive accident. Massive accident. We're going to watch this battle back to the yellow flag as the 29 of Wishbone Attack. It looked like that's going to involve a lot of drivers right now, as the 29 of Wishbone Attack still going to be your leader with that 13 of King of the Aces right behind him. As you saw it happening, there is a massive accident here in the middle of the pack. Kung Fu Beer definitely has major damage on his car. This is going to allow him to at least get a little more. They're going to get into the pits, maybe get some more damage control going on there. But I think we're going to see some more folks out of this race here at Michigan, as this is becoming a caution-filled affair, as we are only on lap number 13. We're going to see if the 29, the 13, or anybody else is a taker for pit road here. So the 29 and the 13 looks like they will be takers for pit road. The 3 of Geek Girl Games is staying out. It looks like also the 69 of Arco Creates. That 71 of Kung Fu Beer damage. The 42 of ZWGF you can see right here being towed back to the pits has damage. And it looks like that 80 of Hog Eric involved in another incident. So we're going to watch the 29 of Wishbone Attack real fast, and we will see what he does. He's going to go, looks like possibly fuel only for that 29 of Wishbone Attack, and he is out of the pits and he is away. So those electing to stay out will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games, the 69 of Arco Creates, the 123 of Roy Chow, and the 07 of Douche Baggins. So let's see what brought out the second caution of the day, as it's going to put out several drivers here. This melee is going to start by contact between the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum and the 72 of Duchess, getting into the 34 of Super Snake and causing it. He's going to take out a few other cars here with this. So let's go through this replay. 544 getting into that left rear of Duchess. Duchess going around 25 of JTM involved, the 00 of Mudbone, the 799 of Mike Check, as well as the 42 of ZWTF, the 80 of Hog Eric. Nowhere to go as the 71 of Kung Fu Beer comes flying in. Looks like it's going to involve the 06 of Ice Cream some days as well. Massive, massive damage for that 80 of Hog Eric. So let's go through all. We're going to get back to the live action, and then we'll go through everybody that is out of the race as a result of this massive, massive caution here on lap number 14. So let's go through your top 10 right now. Again, your leader is still going to be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Second will be the 69 of Arco Creates. Third will be the 123 of Roy Chow. Fourth will be the 07 of Douche Baggins. Fifth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Sixth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Seventh will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Eighth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Ninth will be the 300 of Resemble. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 51 of AJM 2588. So everybody else took gas only on that last pit stop, but let's go through those out of the race as a result of that caution. First of all, with I believe the let's check. Let's just jump up to the back. So the 96 of Nico is going to be involved in this caution. It doesn't look like he has too much damage on his car. The 23 of the 23 of Fuller Than You, not Roy Chow, it was also involved. The 34 of Super Snake was involved. The 38 of Baseman, the 25 of JTM, who has lost his hood and massive damage on that car, and the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum involved. Also the 72 of Duchess, the 999 of Deviant, and the 06 of Ice Cream Some Days all involved that I could see. Maybe the 143 of Mom Games Hard also involved. Those out of the race as a part of that caution, as it's going to be the 619 of Balls Deep for KFB Racing, the 00 of Mudbone for Showstoppers Racing, the 799 of Mike Check for the Drop Bear Racing Team, the 80 of Hog Eric for Dump and Roll Racing, the 42 of ZWTF for Juice Deuce Racing, the 71 of Kung Fu Beer for KFB Racing, the 777 of Seabass for Amish Buggy Racing, the 329 of Heck of a Duber for Douche Motorsports, the 88 of NM for MBR, and the 95 of Zed Brunna out of this race for Aces and Zed. So again, those as part of that caution, it was Big Slick, Mudbone, Mike Check, Eric, ZWTF, and KFB all out of the race as a result of that caution. But your leader on the track is at 3 of Geek Girl Games. She is trying to win it here at her home track in Michigan. She's going to lead us down to take this green flag with that 69 of Arco Creates right behind her. We got the green flag, and we are back underway here at Michigan. See that 29 of Wishbone Attack already jumping out to the outside. 69 of Arco Creates down to the inside of that 3 of Geek Girl Games. We're going to see where the 123 of Roy Chow goes as Arco looking to take the top position, the top spot right now from the 3 of Geek Girl Games, and he is able to do it with the 07 of DB right behind the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Here comes the 660 of Garrett Miller. So on the outside right now is that 07 of Douche Baggins. He's on the top above that 123 of Roy Chow with the 660 of Garrett Miller. Help pushing him along with the draft. Here comes the 29 of Wishbone Attack, trying to make it 3 wide into 1 and 2. Wishbone Attack with a great run on the front stretch, caught up really quickly to that 660 of Garrett Miller as they power down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Your leader on the track still that 69 of Arco Creates, the 29 of Wishbone Attack looking down to the inside, trying to look down to the inside of that 660 of Garrett Miller. As that 300 of Resemble to the top side of the 123 of Roy Chow. Here comes that 49 of Jetman on the top side of the 13 of King of the Aces. Again, these drivers took fuel, so they're going to be able to go at least 2 or 3 laps more than the drivers that didn't pit. Tires are going to be the same, but that 49 of Jetman working to the outside of the 13 of King of the Aces. Again, working to try to get win number 3 this year. As the 13 of King of the Aces now battling it out with the 1 of Jamal Jackson and the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Checking back up at the front as the 3 of Geek Girl Games down to the inside of the 69 of Arco Creates. Here comes that 660 of Garrett Miller. Pushing way down to the inside is going to be that 300 Resemble. Resemble sliding in to the turn. So Resemble trying to push his way into this mix. He's going to slip back just a little bit. Here comes a 3 of Geek Girl Games. She's going to get a little drafting help underneath that 07 of Douche Baggins. This high line here at Michigan is really working good right now. As DB on the outside, making a 3 wide right now is going to be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Wishbone attack to the top. G3, it's a Reese's Cup sandwich right now between the 29 and the 660. Down into 1 and 2, heading for the backstretch right now. Off of 2. Great run on the outside by the 29 of Wishbone attack. And that 300 at Resemble. Here comes that 123 of Roy Chow, sliding way high through 3 and 4. He's got a bead on the 300 of Resemble. Here comes the 660 of Garrett Miller with a heck of a run again. He's got the draft on the 3 of Geek Girl Games underneath the 123 of Roy Chow. Down into 1 and 2 goes the 660 of Garrett Miller, making it 3 wide with the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Way down low right now as we got a battle for second and third right here between the 29 of Wishbone Attack and the 300 of Resemble and the 07 of Douche Baggins. Down the backstretch, here comes the 3 of Geek Girl Games with a great run on the draft. DB down to the bottom. The 300 and the 123 hooked up at the top in those Toyotas. As your leader on the track is going to still be that 69 of Arco Creates. The 300 of Resemble with a great draft run down into 1 and 2 underneath the 07 of Douche Baggins. Off of 2 they come. The 300 sliding up right there in front of the 123 of Roy Chow. Roy Chow dropping down to the inside. That 29 of Wishbone Attack is working his darndest to get back up to the point after leading 12 of the laps here today. Arco has now led 6 laps with G3 leading 4 so far. Your leader at halfway will be the 69 of Arco Creates as we are over halfway into this race. As that 07 of Douche Baggins right there almost to the back bumper of the 69 of Arco Creates. Trying to battle it out for the lead for Douche Motorsports is going to be that 07, but the 300 Resemble sliding high. That 07 of Douche Baggins dropping out, going into the pits as he is going to be, him and Arco are going to be the first takers for pit road as they didn't stop early on here at Michigan. They didn't stop for fuel in that caution as the 300 Resemble, that 123 of Roy Chow hooked up right now. Down the backstretch they go. That 1 of Jamal Jackson trying to work underneath the 29 of Wishbone Attack and the 660 of Garrett Miller coming in. Up high as the 123, he's getting into the pits. Not sure if the 300 is not as well. So the 300 stays out. He's going to still be your leader here at Michigan. So Roy Chow, the last of those that did not pit during the caution for fuel, he is going to be into the pits as the 300 Resemble is still going to be your leader with that 1 of Jamal Jackson on the outside of the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Here comes that 660 of Garrett Miller as Jamal works into the second position right now for KFB Racing. So the Drop Bear Racing team leading the way here at Michigan. The 300 Resemble in his Dr. Pepper car. He's got those caution stripes on the front because you never know what he's going to do here. But he is working really well right now as a battle for second place between the 29 and the 660 of Garrett Miller. Garrett trying to work underneath the 29, but a little bit higher, a little bit faster between and those high lines is going to be the 1 and the 29. As the 420 of Queen of Hearts trying to get down to the inside. We're going to see what the 49 of Jetman does as the 51 of AJM. As we have 3 MBR cars right here in the top 10. As the 29 of Wishbone Attack trying to get down to the inside of the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Great run through the tri-oval here at Michigan. Down into 1 and 2. He slides up high, stays in the middle lane. Doesn't quite get down to the yellow line. 660 of Garrett Miller going to try to give him some draft help off the turn. Garrett sliding high. Great run for Garrett down the backstretch. High on the outside of that 29 of Wishbone Attack. as the 420 of Queen of Hearts to the outside of the 49 of Jetman. Looks like the 29 and the 300 into the pits. Your leader on the track is going to be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. So Jamal for KFB Racing taking over the point here with the 660 of Garrett Miller with a great draft right now with the help of the 420 and the 49. So Jamal taking over the point for KFB Racing as the battle for second place is the 49 and the 420. The 420 of Queen of Hearts had a rough go last week, so we're going to see if this week is any better, as it looks like she is heading into the pits. The 49 of Jetman is staying out. He's going to take over the lead. A familiar spot for this 49 of Jetman as he takes over the lead here at Michigan. No stranger to the lead for this 49 car. 2 wins already this season, 2 in a row for this 49. He is looking for his 3rd win in 4 races. It's kind of going to try, he's trying to match his teammate, the 96 of Nico, who had a great run in the middle of the season that put him into the points lead, as it looks like the 49 of Jetman is dropping off the bank and into the pits. We're going to watch him come down pit road, as it's going to be a long drive, as all these cars that are passing him right now, he would have put a lap down in the pits. So we're going to see if he can get in and out in a good time, as he is the only one right now in the pits. Right sides tires going on for that 49. The Bengals Dodge for MBR. Jetman itching to get another win here. Fuel going into that 49. 2 tire stop for the 49 of Jetman, and he is down and away. We're going to catch up with the 300 Resemble, who's getting passed right now by the 51 of AJM. This might be the battle for the lead right here. The 51 of AJM down to the inside of that 23 of Fuller Than You. That was a heck of a pick by the 51 of AJM. He picked the right lane, as the 23 of Fuller Than You with that damage from earlier is going to be slower, as the 49 of Jetman jumps back out on the track. I believe your leader is going to be this 51 of AJM. With 9 laps to go, that's going to, I'm guessing, fingers crossed, that's going to be the last pit stops of the day for the series with actually about 8 laps to go here. Your fastest lap of the day is going to be by the number 1 of Jamal Jackson at 34.823 seconds, or 206.760 miles per hour. So your leader on the track is this 51 of AJM, the Trojan Dodge for MBR, looking for win number 4 in a row. Is the MBR Stables, as the 69 of Arco Creates underneath the 1 of Jamal Jackson right now. Arco powering it into the tri-oval, getting underneath that 1 of Jamal Jackson. I'm not sure if everybody took 2's tires or just that 49 of Jetman, as he's on the outside right now, that 420 of Queen of Hearts. And here comes the 40 of Veteran Chaos. So Vet must have had a fantastic pit stop earlier, as he is now into the top 10, currently running in the 7th position. Check back up on the lead as the 300 of Resemble closing in on that 51 of AJM. We're going to see if he tries to get down to the inside of the 51, as we have about 7 laps to go here at Michigan. Down on the front stretch, Resemble down low, AJM up high, down into 1 and 2 they go. The 300 at the bottom of the track, the 51 with a great run off of 1 and 2. Here comes the 69 of Arco Creates. He has to hit the brakes right there, or he would have ran into the back of that 300 of Resemble. So Resemble up high right now on the 69 of Arco Creates for 2nd position. Jamal trying to make it a 3-way battle for 2nd, as the 300 on the outside, and the 1 following him, as the 1 of Jamal Jackson down to the inside, almost into the right rear of that 69 of Arco Creates, battling it out for 2nd position, as we have a caution on the track. This might do it, folks. We have caution on the track. Your leader is going to be the 51 of AJM. We're going to see what brought out that caution. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nobody has a taker for pit road, as there goes that beautiful orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car. as it's going to be maybe a one-lap shootout here at Michigan. Not quite sure. We're going to check to see if anybody is a taker for pit road, which would be, in this announcer's point of view, would be insanity, but you never know. So it looks like everybody is staying out with 5 laps to go here. We're going to see if we get one lap shootout, what's going to happen, but let's figure out what brought out your caution here. So your caution's going to be brought out by the number 8 of Moon Bunny. Just having a rough year this year. Her engine's going to let go here, so let's go through this. Right there in front of the number 3 of Geek Girl Games. She slides high and down into the turn. She starts to slow, and there goes her engine. So dropping oil on the track, the 8 of Moon Bunny, her engine explodes, brings out the caution, and she's going to be done for the day. So we're all going to wait with bated breath to see what happens here in the next couple laps, what the race officials choose to do, whether we're going back to green in 1 lap or 2 laps, or what we're going to be doing here. So this lap would have been for, I am showing, that was Moon Bunny's gearbox that blew up there on the track. So that's what's going to bring her, knock her out of this race. So again, we're going to see if we get like the 1 to go here, or if we're going to get the 1 to go next lap. Usually what it is about a 4-lap caution period, which means there might be green-white checker. Actually, it might be green and white together and then the checkered flag. Want to see what they do? They decide to do here. Oh, we got at least 1 more lap of caution here, so I know AJM right now, your leader on the track for MBR and that Trojan Dodge, the Trojan Winston Dodge for MBR, AJM, looking for his first win of the year and his first win all together in the More Freedom Series. He is trying to make it 4 in a row for MBR, and you know, I can tell he's probably excited inside that helmet. I know his crew probably has their fingers, toes, and everything crossed, as well as, you know, everybody else in MBR. Let's go through your top 10 real fast. Again, your leader, the 51 of AJM. Second will be the 300 of Resemble. Third will be the 69 of Arco Creates. Fourth will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Fifth will be the 49 of Jetman. Sixth will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Seventh will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Eighth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack. Ninth will be the 20 of Adam B5000. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 72 of Duchess. So only 1 car is a lap down right now. That's going to be the 23 of Fuller Than You. Obviously, he was involved in that caution early on. Everybody else on the lead lap, we're going to see how that plays into things, because we're going to see if AJM slows it and just guns it. We're going to see what he does on this restart. Looks like we might get a green-white checker here. A green, then a white, then a checker flag. So lights are out on that orange and black Dodge Challenger pace car. That means we have 1 lap to go until green. I know I'm nervous. I'm ready to see how this race finishes. This is going to be another exciting one here in the More Freedom Series. Again, 3 cautions today. It was a huge caution-filled race, as we have we have about 10 drivers out of the race right now. So it has been a caution-filled race. I don't think anybody's race has gone to plan, but we're going to see what this 300, the 51 has to end this race, the 300 has for him, and the 69 of Arco Creates. He's itching to get a win here. another win in the More Freedom Series. He's currently running second in points, and this may catapult him to the points lead because, again, Duber's going to finish 35th today as being involved in that first accident. So your new points leader may be that 69 of Arco Creates, and if he gets a win, or if he, I mean, any position above third right now is definitely going to help him. If he can pull out the win, that's going to be even better. But that 51 of AJM is leading us down to take this green flag as we are back underway here at Michigan. As the 300 of Resemble dropping down to the inside of the 51 of AJM. The 69 of Arco Creates is going with him. Battle for the lead here as we're going to be coming back to the white flag. The 51, the 69, up high, the 300 down low with the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. Down into 3 and 4 they go, coming back to the white flag. One lap to go here at Michigan. The 51 up high into the turn. The 69 of Arco Creates down to the bottom. Here comes a 49 of Jetman. The 51 with a great run off of 1 and 2. He's powering it down the backstretch. The battle right now is going to be for the second position between the 69, the 300, the 40, the 420. Your leader out of 3 and 4 is that 51 of AJM. He's going to lead us down really close here at the end. Your winner today here at Michigan for 4 in a row for MBR is going to be the 51 of AJM 2588. In amazing fashion, great pit stops again for this MBR team as he is going to be able to pull this out. He's going to be able to pick up his first win in the More Freedom Series, and second place is going to go to that 69 of Arco Creates, and he definitely needed it, as that's going to probably most likely catapult him to the points lead, as well as he did get those 5 points for leading at halfway. And let's see, Wishbone Attack will lead the most laps, but yes, let's go through your finishing order. Your winner today is the 51 of AJM 2588. Second place will be the 69 of Arco Creates. Third will be the 300 of Resemble. Fourth will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts. Fifth will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Sixth will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Seventh will be the 49 of Jetman. Eighth will be the 20 of Adam B5000. Ninth will be the 72 of Duchess, and rounding out your top 10 will be the 143 of Mom Games Hard. So MGH coming way up and finishing in 10th place today after starting 35th. Next week, another great race here at Michigan, but next week we go to the Tricky Triangle and we're going to Pocono for the Pocono 80. So that should be also an amazing race. If the last 3 or 4 weeks have been any indication of how it's going to go, it should be an awesome race. Let's go through your current points. Again, I think with Duber finishing where he did in 35th and Arco finishing second, I believe that's going to put Arco in the points lead. But you're going to be seeing your points right here on the screen, and we're going to see what that does for everybody, as it could be a huge shakeup in the top 10, basically. And let's go through those team points. With another win by MBR, that is definitely going to solidify their points lead in the team points. And we'll see what KFB and all the other teams have right now. And I'm assuming Dodge, who finished 1 and 2 today, are going to still be leading the chassis points. So we'll see your team and chassis standings are going to be here on the screen. And after a caution-filled race, lots of drivers out today, but your winner for MBR for 4 in a row for MBR in the series is going to be the 51 of AJM. So congratulations to him, his first win in the More Freedom Series overall in the last 3 seasons. And Whew, I am looking forward to next week at Pocono. It's going to be an amazing race. And until then, again, congratulations to the 51. But until then, at Pocono, take care.